you already know what time it is. Welcome back to another episode of Thinker versus Speaker, where I'm Marissa the Thinker, sit down with different guests and we talk about all things, anything, everything, life, love, relationships, spirituality, literally whatever we want to talk about. So if you're into that type of thing, strap up, tune in, and get ready for another episode. Now, with that being said, we don't always know what we're going to talk about beforehand. So if you easily triggered, take this as a general trigger warning. I don't know what's going to offend people, so you feel free to do two things. You can, one, leave a comment, we can talk about it and create a dialogue around it, which is what this show is about. Or two, you know what I'm saying, just do what you need to do, and hopefully you come back next week when we're talking about something different, and you know what I'm saying, you can join the conversation all over again. Now, with all that out the way, let's go ahead and hop into it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a little different today. We trying something new. Hopefully y'all like it. So let me know what y'all think about it. But I got a special guest in the building today. I got Dre Dupree back with me, MeyeGurl. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I'm cool. Yeah, you tell them you guinea pigging me with the test out of the new thing too. On the spot wrestler.
My bad, but I appreciate you though. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck with them. I don't even lie to my audience. See, the thing was, I did not plan on doing a visual podcast today. And I mean, it's gonna be funny if I change my mind to this ain't visual, but you know, it is what it is. But like I didn't plan on doing it. I just found out that I could in a different way. So that's how we doing it. So hopefully y'all like it. If y'all do, let me know. We'll do more of them this way. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that I talk to is down for the camera, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when people are, we'll go ahead and do it that way. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I appreciate you being a guinea pig today. I really
Indeed. Guinea pig play. I got you.
for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. So tell us, what have you been up to since the last time we talked to you?
Last time y'all talked to me, I forget what we was into, what the fuck I was into last time we talked, but since
Yeah.
then I know I hopped on to the YouTuber train. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, reviewing weed, a weed critic. I'm off in the building my brand around that now. More on camera. So that was even cool that I was the guinea pig for the camera episode because I'm more so trying to get on camera any motherfucking way. So
You
that's
see,
why I'm at.
we all got to come out the shell eventually. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I never expected myself to be on camera either. Actually, like I high key did not expect to be on the camera. So
See, I did though when I used to want to do rap and then I completely didn't. And now it's like, nah, come on. I'm like, now they want me on it. So
yeah,
that's why I'm at with it. But it's cool though. That's
it,
what people see anyways, if you think about it. When you ain't on camera, it's like you still on camera when you in public. That's what they seeing anyway, the real you. So
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. What's so crazy about this aspect of it is like doing this show and like one, because I don't do the show visual all the time, but I started doing recaps and those are visual. And even with doing that and this whole process, it's making me so much more comfortable and with myself in such a weird way. But it's a good way though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like to get on camera and to do stuff like this, like you gotta be good with yourself. You gotta like yourself to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Real talk about what nobody else be talking about neither.
for real, for real. So how did you get into the YouTube thing?
Like I say, I was trying to see what role that I want to play with my brand. Cause I was looking how people do things and it's like, I'm saying I done grew, I done sold it, I done, you know what I'm saying, did everything with it, but do I want to own a dispensary with it? Or do I want to have like a warehouse and just be like a master grower? But I was more so like, I know how to do it, but that ain't really me. That ain't really my lane. So I got to go in the libraries, reading books all off into it. And then where it caught me, I'm just on YouTube, just being a regular human, just doing human shit, like watching people reactions, then food critics, and I'm like, that's totally like my lane, though. I can do that, flip it, and put the weed on it, like cannabis, like, and then I can talk to the brands. I'm already in the industry. I know a bunch of brands, and not just in my city or state, outside. So take it on the road and make it bigger than, you know what I'm saying, what it could be. So I'm like, but that's totally my lane because I can teach and do all of that, but is that my passion? Nah, I like traveling. I like having fun. I like learning, sharing, all of that type of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that right there. That's me.
Yeah,
That's how I got up into that.
yeah. So what exactly do you plan on doing with it again? I know I done caught an episode. I done caught like a couple of your videos that you put out. So what do you
Yeah,
plan on doing?
them like that's palace, but I'm gonna go around trying other people cannabis strands and what they growing and talk to them and ask them or they hydro or just how they growing their cannabis and what they doing with it and more so put shedding light on the growers and other people brands as well as mine, showing like more so like unity. Like I don't really care about stepping on nobody's toe. It's an abundance. We can all do this together. So instead
Yeah,
of just being a guy with like this my brand is it's better than yours, like girl, like, anyways, we're gonna get to it and how you grow yours. Let me taste it. Let's see what it is. Let's rate it and have some fun with it and
yeah.
put it out there. So stuff like that.
That's real. I'm getting to a point now where I'm kind of like coming out that shell a little bit. You know, for me, I'm just now getting to a place where I'm secure enough with myself and this show where I can start looking at other shows and other things like it. But I know it took me a minute to get to that place. I was so locked in on this project, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking around. It was just like, nah. And it's not that other people were like competition. It was more so from a place of like, I'm trying to lock in on mine. I ain't trying to like take nothing from you, nothing, whatever. And now I'm kind of getting to a space where I'm starting to understand ego comes out of it a little bit. Cause like you said, as you get a little more secure, there's no need for as much ego. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, I we all kind of in the same lane. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of in the same lane. I know what it is that I have to offer this lane. You know what I'm saying? So let's figure out where I fit into it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I've carved out my own space. So where do I fit in this world? And then starting to play with it. And then it becomes fun because then you start making friends and stuff in your lane.
Right.
And then
Your
you start
vibe
learning
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
What you don't know, they do know you bounce off of them with the ideas and like and I say I'm gonna really start going around and put it like the YouTube aspect because a lot of people wanted to know "Well, why did I get off into the cannabis the way I did, and they had no clue I had diabetes, and that's what I ran to to heal completely everything, the neuropathy, my little blindness when I had the cataracts and all of that crazy stuff. It was I turned to cannabis, and instead of like you got to create the value in what you're doing now. It's like, why do people want to come watch my YouTubes? Or why is like, what is he just a guy that smoke weed? No, it's a little deeper than that. So I'm gonna tell a story off into the little web, the little vlogs too. So
Yeah.
as you going on and on, it's building the value and everything behind it. So now you know my why, and just gonna go from there and keep building. Because it's like people think like he just wanted to get high when he was like, nah, completely not. It had nothing to do with that. It when I
Yeah.
had neuropathy and my diabetes was getting on my nerves, I was taking insulin too strong. Fuck that. I'm not giving myself no shot. And then like the metformin. It was like, nah, it's too much. And you go into the bathrooms at weird times, man. I like to have a regular day. I'm not doing all of that. And I ain't trying to cheat my way like
Yeah.
you lose the weight, but you got excess skin, you walking funny because you ain't do no work. So it come off as weird. So I'm like, I'm gonna find something to cure me and I start smoking weed and it made my body feel 1,000 times better than whatever they fucking was prescribing me. So I'm gonna chain everything. Once I like something, I lock into it. So I love weed. I locked into it. It sent me off to meditating and it took me off of that, gave me herbal supplements to put in place. And I'm like, whatever they put in this plant. Imma keep on smoking it, and I wanna share it. I don't wanna ask stingy. As a matter of fact, I know I grow mine, but how yours tastes, what it do, and I was just became a student of it, so it's
Right.
better for me to get on the camera and tell people why I love it, go taste other people, see how they preparing it, find out they stories, I'm saying, and put it
Yeah.
out there, man.
Yeah, it's interesting that you put it that way because I think a lot of the times, like, sometimes I'm gonna call them stoners for the time being, but like they kind of get categorized. It's a monolith, and I feel like what people don't understand is people have different reasons for doing what it is that they do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same for everybody. Everybody doesn't really have the same story. So how do you set yourself apart with your story, and how do you know? really convey like, look, it's not just about, I'm not doing this just for fun. This is like really a lifestyle that supported me and like helped me
Right.
get.
So, yeah, like that's what you were saying. It's the health benefits behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know a lot of health benefits that's in cannabis. So instead of just I'm still me. I like to laugh, play, be, you know what I'm saying, smoke the weed, but I can also teach people, you know what I'm saying, they've been through similar instances that I've been through, like I said, diabetes or if they got any type of chronic illness, I can kind of teach them some things about cannabis and cannabinoids and what a help for them. And they were like, oh, I like it. It's more of an experience and the teaching aspect because it's a medicine and not just a gateway drug, as they like to call it. Because
Yeah.
I ain't smoked this one time and said, man, I want to try some crack now. You know what I'm saying? Or I need
Right.
if anything, it helped me out. You know what I'm saying? It brought a lot of shit into realization. Oh, okay. I ain't supposed to be living like this for real. And this probably why this happening. You know what I'm saying? It kind of mellowed me down and took a whole bunch of ego up out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's real, you know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, like, people, I mean, it's used as a medicine for a lot of people in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? It might not be traditional. Well, actually, it can be depending on what countries that you go to. We just live in America, right? You know what I'm saying? We just
Right.
live in America where they're going to give you the medicine before they give you the holistic, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
big business, man. Big pharma ain't playing that. Nah, cause then they know that they can go grow that, and then there's everywhere, and then you take the money out of our pocket. But then it's like, y'all, y'all print the money anyway. What the hell going on? Like, tell me something. It's not making, but whatever. I ain't trying to get too deep off into that. Just what I ain't. I'm not gonna go get no prescription drugs.
And I mean, now it's legal and you can get a prescription for it, right? So, you know what I'm saying? And people use it for things like even before it was becoming legalized in so many places, what were they giving the prescriptions out for? Things like glaucoma, things like cancer, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. So it has to be some sort of validity to it, even if you don't know the details or the ins and outs of its benefits. It's something
Right,
to it, you know what I'm
right. Because you can't go get a prescription for a kid. You can get medical cards for your kids and stuff like that. You can't go get that with meth. You know what I'm saying, like, so they know the benefits of it, and they just keep it for monetary gain and shit like that. They want to make their dollar off of it because, like I said, you go to a dispensary and buy like a 3.5, they still want $40 for it. You like, hold on, wait, what the fuck? How much is 1 gram? Well, you're gonna come out at 25, 30 for that one, so you might as well buy the 3.5 for 40. And then it's like PGR weed. So it's like y'all completely chemical my whole fucking plant and put profit all on top of it. It gave me some bullshit. They gonna run it how they wanna run it. So
saying? Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, even to piggyback off something else that you said, something that I find interesting, because it almost sounds like what you were saying is just like the cannabis opened the door to other things in your healing journey, period. You know what I'm saying? Because it opened doors to things like meditation and
meditation, I'm telling you, the same year, no lie, I was just laughing at meditation. Like, I'm like, so you stupid motherfucker sit that time like ring ding ding like and ain't nothing gonna come from that. So look, that's all the ego in the world out of me. I'm just like, that's some bullshit, man. So I'm smoking weed. I'm thinking, fuck it. I'm on YouTube. I keep on seeing what it Bob Proctor, Joe Dispenza, and I'm like, this shit sound interesting though. And I start getting off into like first the guided meditation. I ain't gonna lie to you, the first month of it was still bullshit, but it's this thing in me where I be like, nah, I'm gonna do the whole what they said and get past it. So,
it's a little boring in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, I feel silly.
but look, the more and more you do it, the more and more you get in tune and how to do it. Cause it
Yeah.
comes with consistency. Like, man, when I say I got the feeling shit in my body, like it felt like a motherfucker was, I'm like, "Ah, this a little creepy. I like it though. I want to figure out what's all right. I've been here like 30 some years. I ain't never in my 30 some years of living felt no shit that felt like this. And it's just like, so the spirit realm may be real. Like, then my mind got to going over there and then like synchronicities. And then I start reading up on shit that I never read up on, like the black seed oils, the sea moss and XYZs and what it does for the body and what it does for diabetes, how to eat better. I'm like, I'm completely doing shit that 2 years ago I just would have been like, man, everybody gotta die some way. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. That was my mentality. I'm like, man, shit, don't nobody just live forever, but you can be kind of smarter than what you know what I'm saying? Start opening your mind because I ain't never really had a closed mind. But
Mhm.
weed really helped me like, nah, dumbass, you ain't gotta go out like that. This your story. You looking through these eyes, so you finna get help every way. You just gotta pay the fuck attention. And it's like, oh, we can completely live out here for absolutely free because everything that heal us and we can grow in our backyard. Got it. Like shit
Yeah,
like that is just like
yeah,
that's crazy. Then you start looking at like the psychology that the world play on us, and it's just like they programmed the shit out of me. So we took me somewhere else. I can't go back. It's like telling a kid what 2 plus 2 is. Once you explain to them why it's 4, they never ask that question again.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like it opened up some shit, and I just started looking at how they play it, and I'm just like, we really. Because if I would have kept taking them prescription sugar pills, I would have kept breaking down like everybody else that I see taking them. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm,
it's always the same trickle down effect, and I'm like, but you supposed to have, I'm saying that's the medicine, right? Yeah, but you gotta do this and then you gotta do that with it. But you still want to eat your it's like, yeah, just kind of, you know, and it's
yeah,
just like I be cool on it. I see the saying the bullshit behind it, and it's like I ain't with it. I always been like a little rebel like that. Like
yeah.
it's only so much I'm gonna take down. Be like, I don't know, man.
I ask too many questions.
Right? That's my like. It
I
don't make
ask too many
sense.
questions. I need to know why before I do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's been like, it's not a problem. I don't really consider that a problem. It's only a problem when I'm talking to God. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm out of pocket. But like otherwise, like, you know what I'm saying? I need to know the why beforehand. And I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I think it's actually a good thing to question things a little bit more.
I mean, we wouldn't get those lit bright ideas popping our head for nothing. Like, I got in trouble in church when I was younger before because I called myself sagging, and the lady was like, "Look at this heathen over here sagging." I'm like, "Okay, so when Adam and Eve before they ate y'all forbidden fruit, was they naked or did they have on leave?" And the lady was like, "Naked." I was like, "So me sagging, showing my booty is like heathen because of what? Because I'm doing what we was intended to do, just being a smart ass." And they like. Cause it's just a lot of shit that go on. I was like, I'm not listening to that. I respect what you're saying, but before I respect you, you gonna have to respect me in some way and just know I ain't just no pushover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going for anything. And I always been like that in my life. So that's kind of how I smoke weed, figure out the truth, apply the truth, and start living how I'm supposed to live type shit. That's what cannabis really did for me.
Right. And it's crazy because everybody's story is different, right? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like for me, it was journaling. So it was journaling. And it started with, and that's the thing that I would laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Because people would always be like, journal. And I would be like, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would be like, my thoughts are right here. I don't need to write that down. But, when I started going to therapy, my therapist had me journal and like kind of opened the door. It opened the door to something different. You know what I'm saying? And I guess in a sense, like, because I was already smoking weed back then, but see, I was doing it different. It wasn't unlocking no doors for me. Journaling was what unlocked the door for me. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Which is why I'm saying like it's different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because my journey actually took me away from weed, but you know what I'm saying? It still unlocked those doors. And like, it allowed me to get the thoughts that was circling in my head out and then open the door to like new creativity. So like even now, when I'm trying to find myself, the other day I was trying to write because now I'm working on a book and it's just like I'm writing and I can't, my thoughts are just everywhere. So my thing is like, all right, I'm finna go journal. And like halfway through my journal entry, it's just like, now you know what to write about. Writer's
uh,
block, boom. You know what I'm saying? And
Journey is just being like free, like it's just some free thoughts just come out. So I get what you're saying. Man.
yeah, and it's just like at some point where it's just like, I think it's like where you ask enough questions and you like, nah, what's gonna work for me? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna work for me and my story and what's gonna get me to a place because life be lifing and it's not always it's not always easy and it gets you to a point where it's just like, bruh, am I existing or am I living?
And to piggyback off you the opposite way, you was smoking. Me on the other hand, I totally wasn't. Like, when we was working at Old Navy and all of that back in the day,
Yeah,
I was not a smoker like that. You can like, even when I used to get some from like one of my partners, I would have one blunt for like a week because I smoke and get high and be like, "You doing this all day?" And it's like, I'm high as shit. I'm thinking too much. It's too much
right,
thinking for me. I'm like, what the fuck? Ping pong, ping pong. Like, nah, I'm cool. But when I had got sick, I probably been sick, but when I noticed I was sick and I tried it, it took my mind somewhere else and I turned in a pot pot of cellar, man. I need my spinach, baby. Like it start opening up doors. I'm like, cool, I want to learn something else. Let me get my blunt and get in tune and it'll get me right in it. Cause even when I was doing music, if I wanted better lyrics, I promise you, I get my most creative shit when I would go hit a J. I go smoke a J, hit it, and then I start thinking of some old creative shit. I'm like, man, it's even better when I be like that. So I took this same aspect, put it towards my everyday life, and go to the library or look up books and be all into it. And I get like different understandings with it. Like, cause when you read shit, you want to read it twice, three times to really get off into it. But when I be on a cannabis plant and I'll be reading some shit. I'll be really getting it. It be really making sense. And I'll be like, I would have totally not got this in a sober mind back in the day, but now
yeah,
I be clicking and I really can apply it to my life. So like, cause I learned my learning is unorthodox. Like, no. And I rather get cannabis and I focus in just like how you say when you journal, you focus in and shit just be coming out. That's how it
right.
be with the cannabis now. Like I be tuned in and just in my own little world with it. And it be coming to me, on a booty call, and Jamie Foxx was like, I was watching the Chinese movies and the shit started making sense to me out of nowhere. Dang, that's how I be. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, like even I say I learned unorthodox. I will study the people I be looking at on YouTube and see how they word shit, caption shit, put thumbnails, and I'll be like, look at me just watching the shit. I get high and look at it, be like, nah, all of this shit make it's all intentional. It's all for a reason, and it's all
yep,
because of. I'm like. Got it. Cool. I'm going back and it make me feel more confident now because it just showed me how to do it. Like, and I'm like,
yep.
I always knew I was creative, put my twist on it too. Like, oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. All right, cool. So something that I'm pulling from this is just like one is finding your thing, right? Because everybody has a different thing that lights that spark. Is that a pun? That gets that creativity out of them. You know what I'm saying? And but some people it was different. It was I was actually having a conversation with somebody, and I had writer's block. So I hit up.
Mm,
I say her name. I hit up Eloquent Perfection. She's been on the show before. She's a poet. And I was just like, yo, like I'm having writer's block right now. And she was just like, yo, like stuff like going for a walk in the park,
it
exercising,
does. It
you know what I'm
does.
saying?
It does.
Meditating, different things. Like, there's so many different ways that you can just find that creativity. And I think the one of the funnest parts about this journey for me is discovering what it is that I like to do and discovering how I've changed. Because it's almost like there's a new version of me every day because I'm continually finding things that I like and unlocking parts of myself and relearning old parts of myself. And it's just it's so fun to do, and it's just like, all right, this time I'm going for a walk in the park. Today I'm journaling, but tomorrow is like a walk in the park. Like, oh, let me go watch these turtles in the pond or something like that, and then it'll give me like an idea or something that I need to go take and run off with. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
most definitely do. That's how I came up with my whole YouTubing scheme, my YouTubing scheme.
yeah,
I'm working out, I'm saying, I'm like, yeah, I need to get my body where that, I'm saying, get in shape because I know some personal trainers and just working out one time with them, I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't in the shape as I thought I was. So I be taking time out running on my own time, lifting weights, calisthenics and shit like that. And I used to get mad because in my mid jogs, I would need a notepad because I'd be coming up with all these bright ideas and have to stop like shit. I gotta write this down. And
yeah,
before I knew it, I was coming up with the whole play on what I was finna do. And I'm like, damn, every time I walk and you know what I'm saying, get outside or run or something, all these bright ideas coming. So I had to keep in my note, your phone, your notepad, I keep putting shit down. And by the time I got home, it's like a book. I'm like, how the fuck all these ideas just come to you when you just letting it flow. And I learned that that's one way to just let it flow. Take your mind off of it and do some shit and watch all the shit that's finna come to you. Cause that's what your stuff be on anyways. You just
Real
gotta
talk.
find a way to let it in.
This be with me everywhere I go. This goes with me everywhere I go. And it's not my only journal. It's not. This isn't my only journal. I got this journal. I also got this journal. Like I got journals on journals and they all got different purposes because like you just never know when it's gonna hit you, when creativity is gonna strike you. And and like, you know what I'm saying? It's fun to be prepared in that kind of way and to have all of the ideas. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I stopped thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? For me to be the person laughing, like, journal, what you mean journal? You know what I'm saying? To now, like, I thrive on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like real life fun to me. Like I find enjoyment in being able to do this. And it's not until you push that boundary, I'm saying, that conditioning. I think you said conditioning earlier. That conditioning where it's just like, who's finna do that? That's corny. That's whack. You know what I'm saying? Who's really finna say, I breathe right now? I wouldn't be alive if I breathe. Why do I need to meditate? You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? But people don't even know the power of breath work. It's like,
Like,
okay, so my assistant, Niche Rose, shout out to Niche Rose. When I say she be on my ass, and it was about writing my goals down. I used to cram them in my head, and I didn't understand it. And I'm like, I know what my goals is. I got them in my head. She was like, dude, sit the fuck down and write them down. The only way to get to your big goals is if you sit them down and write down and conquer your small goals. And I'm like, but I got them in my head, and I just be like, I'm saying just like, man, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, whatever. And
stubborn.
it wasn't until my life steady was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? I started writing them down, and then I started saw it coming back up, and I'm like, hmm, niece, what kind of sorcery and witch shit you got going on? Because everything you say, it be totally right, and I kind
Yeah,
of go against how you want to cut your own little corner.
yeah,
I'm a kind of, I be like, what the fuck else? And I get over there, and it's a dead end every time, and then I look around, I be like, and then she just like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing next time, but just listen first. Like,
yeah,
I got you. But
yeah.
yeah, shit like that, I used to just and I had to realize that's why I never made it to, you know what I'm saying, a certain point because I would think I knew it all when clearly I don't.
Oh,
That's what people like that put in my life for to tell me like, okay, you want to be smart or wise? You smart, you gonna keep bumping your ass. But if you're wise, just learn what we already know and just go by that. So that's where
yeah.
shit like that come from. So
That's real talk. And like letting people help you, that honestly was like the theme of today for me, just on a personal note, right? Because I told you I've been going through stuff with my car. And like it's been like, you know what I'm saying? It's been crazy. And I've been lucky because it's just like I haven't needed it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, my car be in the shop, but I haven't needed it though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spare car. I'm still driving. I'm still getting everywhere that I need to go. That's not a problem. My parents have been helping me out heavy, but like I'm prideful. You know what I'm saying? I'm a prideful person. I want to be in my car that I pay for. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to make sure I'm paying for it. You know, whatever. Because growing up, I grew into in a mindset where it's just like I got to do it for myself. I'm saying if I'm doing it, then I know it's the right way. And then if I do it my way, can't nobody say nothing to me because it's my way. Ego, pride. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's
that's a
like,
lot of people downfall. Not down. I ain't gonna say that. That's a lot of people. A trait that a lot of people got. Because I know even with me and certain things, I'd be like, man, I'm not. Man, ask your mama. No, I'm not doing all of that shit. And even sometimes, you need to just humble down and not like, nah, we are created from the same shit. So
yeah.
none of this really matter.
Yeah, so peep this. So I get my car back yesterday and I ain't had it. So it was in the shop before Thanksgiving. I got it back. Then it needed to go right back. I got it back literally yesterday. And I had it probably for about 4 hours. And I'm driving it and I feel it about to go out. I feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel it. Like, it ain't go out, but I know it's finna go out. And I work an hour away from home. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can really drive this to work. My dad's like, I'll take it for you. Don't even trip. Take the other car, like, whatever. And I'm like, I've been good. Like, I've been keeping my head up with the situation. I keep telling God, I'll be like, but it's happening for a reason. You made sure I had everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine. I might not have it the way I want it, but it's fine. And I've been holding on to that the whole time. But see, last night, it was a little harder than the other days have been because I had just got it back. You know what I'm saying? I just got the
You be looking like, I'm gonna do it again? Nah.
I'm punching the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood. Okay. Yeah, like I'm punching the air because I'm just like, God.
And you know what? When they say mysterious ways, Rissa, mysterious ways, because if you just got it out and then it happen again like that,
Let me tell you how this worked out, right? So last night I'm punching the air. Last night I'm punching the air, and literally, as soon as I feel myself working myself up, it's like a wave come over me, and it's just like, stop it, cause you good, and you know you good. So stop it, chill out, cause it ain't that deep.
right,
You
right.
finna work yourself up over something that's already worked out. Cause at this point, I know better. Me and God have been through so many things. I know better at this point. It ain't even no reason for me to work myself up. I'm finna get the crying and getting mad and all this kind of stuff, and it ain't that deep.
So,
And
but you,
uh,
nah, go ahead. You go.
so then what ended up happening, like I said, my dad said he got it. So I take the other car, I go to work. He calls me. He was like, man, you tripping. I think you just scared of your car. He was like, I think you just scared of your car at this point. You got to get over that. And I was just like, maybe, but you know what I'm saying? I know something about it ain't feel right. 15 minutes later, I'm getting a text like, you was right. It's back at the shop. It went out. And I was just like, he was by the house. I was an hour away.
Dang, it could have been the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You got looked out for, so you just got to take that with a grain of salt and have gratitude, anyways, and move on. Because what I do know is the universe do shit to us to see how we're gonna keep reacting to it. If we react the same way we did, it'll keep doing it to us. As soon as we show no interest in it and no reaction, on to the next one. Because then what happens is, oh, I don't even like that type shit. It ain't even reacting no more. Versus how you did, it just thought that you liked it that type shit. So
Right.
yeah, whatever.
Right.
And it's weird. We got to interpret life like unlanguagey, and that's how you just gotta learn too. You don't know what the fuck going on because we in this world for you like, okay, so this must mean this, and we're gonna take this for that. Because if that keep on happening, that's some bullshit. Like you said,
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt and just have gratitude that you got to where you was going to a place and your old dude had your back. You know what I'm saying? So
It's perspective. And that goes back to the letting people help me. Because you know what I'm saying? Like I was frustrated, but the thing that I wasn't appreciating in that moment was the fact that, you know, I had people that was willing to go out their way to help me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like
yeah,
those are the things that we see. So when people tell you like have gratitude, it's two sides to every coin. You know what I'm saying? I could look at the fact that, you know, I ain't got my car, I can't do what I want to do how I want to do it. That might be a negative. But what I'm not seeing is the people that's supporting me. I still got a way to get to work. I ain't missing no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't burning no time, nothing like that. I
it can
still
be
got
a
a way
lot
to
worse.
eat. Yeah, it could be absolutely be a lot worse. And it's people with no cars at all. You know what I'm saying? Even the stuff with my car is under warranty.
Do
So
you
it ain't
know?
even
Do
like
you
I'm paying
know?
for it.
I be thinking I be going through absolute hell sometimes, right? But then I have to think this was my because I meditate a lot, so my constant is always remind me, nigga, don't you know there's little kids somewhere in the third world countries not eating that fucking all, don't know where they parents at and ain't got limbs on their body and they dying of just being in your bullshit position you think you is in right now. If they can live your life right now, they'll be the happiest motherfuckers in the world. So I have to calm, you know what I'm saying, like cool out because I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? You may not even be where you want to be just yet, but as long as you got the mindset, you'll get there. But don't never get all angry and mad because this shit ain't happening. Dude, it's kids, like little kids with one leg somewhere happy because they just probably got a, you know what I'm saying? They can, the littlest shit make them happy and they in a worse position. You know what I'm saying? A worse position. Just like they got hospitals for kids, cancer patients. Like, look at that. Quit bitching.
Right.
Calm down and just keep working. Keep getting to your pinnacles that you're trying to hit. Like, you gonna get there. So leave
Yeah.
the other shit at home. Put your feelings in your pocket. People be tripping off of relationships and what people be saying, and it's like, man, look, this ain't that, bro. People get cheated on. People be out here like, I'm not finna even get caught up into that. If somebody doing something to me that wasn't for me, and that's just the universe way of getting it the fuck away from me. So I ain't worried about nothing. Like, that be the weirdest shit. Like, my goals is what I'm trying to hit to change real generational curses and shit. Like, I got my teachers, not at school, just saying the people around me, they wasn't even above a certain grade level of thinking. I need to change that thought process within my blood fucking pattern. I don't give a fuck what people be out here. Man, look at this. He looked like this online, or he did this, or this girl didn't like. Man, that's just life at that point. I can't change the nature of life, but what I can change is what I got going on in my bloodline. So
Yeah.
so I'm so chill with other shit, man. I don't have it like those. You see, people be losing their mind over shit like that over here, but be better than a whole lot of people. Be like, hold on, wait, you in jail because you killed Barbara because she gave Tim a little coochie and that. Like, hold on, wait.
You
But
should
you
have just
still
let
have,
Barbara alone.
you know what I'm saying? They not thinking. They like, no, man, you know how she used to bust it open. In the heat of the moment, you idiot got to spend the rest of your motherfucking life behind bars, and now she still gonna pop it over somebody else, and like it's just weird. It's really weird.
People gonna do them either way.
It's weird. People have mind games played on them, and they snap in like a split second and can never get the life they ever had because it don't even matter once. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people problems out here be petty. Like it ain't. If people be out here stealing for Christmas, like, man, it's a European holiday for real. You ain't really got to steal for it. Just because you don't get nobody a gift does not mean you don't love them. And if they treat you accordingly, that's bullshit. I'm saying, like, that's
Yeah.
not what love is. That don't mean you care about somebody for somebody to get rich off the poor in a season. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's a psychology behind all of them fucking European traditional ass holiday. Like, people lose their mind and crash out over little things. And it's just like, it ain't that deep, my boy. Like, chill out, go breathe. So remember that breath work you said people laugh at?
Yeah.
If you would take the time out and do some breath work, but they be tripping. I'm saying, boy, you scared of jail. You just did all of that and you scared of them people.
Yeah. Because we so busy living outside of ourselves rather than inside of ourselves. And like perception
Ego.
is everything. Perception is everything. Because even if you in a circumstance where you don't necessarily like it, you know what I'm saying? It just shows you what you need to change. But
Right.
you have to be willing to see it. And a lot of people aren't willing to. Like, the thing that bothers me every time I talk to people, and you know how people, like, they'll be complaining about, you said, well, Barbara cheated on me and this, that, and the other. And they could tell you all the reasons in the world why Barbara ain't
Mhm.
shit. But you know what I'm saying? If I ask you the question, well, why, if Barbara ain't shit, why you tripping off Barbara?
And then we ain't got that much time in the world for that because my granddad, like I'm gonna take my people for example. My granddaddy, grandmama, and them was into it over similar shit.
Right.
Ain't none of them here no more. I'm not finna let nobody bother me. Like, they probably was going through shit for their entire lives over something petty, and not all of them gone. Like, well, we here for like a limited time to have good experience. I'm not finna let nobody like you sit over there with your traumas and your problems. I can completely get over mine. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but
Yeah.
I ain't in it. That's what nobody like. Anything that don't make sense, half of the time we can talk shit over and make it make sense, but mm, man, look, I'm not gonna let shit tie to me like that. As long as I'm not physically harmed, I'm cool, cause then that's defense. But anything else, I'm not. Such and such said this, or like when I post videos online, people like, how would you feel if somebody said, man, people be speaking and they inner demons. I don't like That ain't got nothing to do with me. Plus, I'm not perfect, bro. I still fuck up every day. Let's laugh at it. I don't care. If I get on something and I look crazy or I sound stupid, man, look, I'm taking out the time to do what the fuck I want to do and I'm still having fun doing it. I don't care. Niggas just ain't perfect. I went to school every day and I got laughed at about something. I was the little fat kid shit. I could never fit in. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So, oh well, like people be tripping, Rissa. Like, ain't nothing that deep. I say I want to have a cannabis brand, gonna get my ass in front of a camera, do some cannabis shit, have some fun, be me absolutely to a fucking T and make it and be happy and help others and you know what I'm saying? Like teach people how to use their fucking thought process in a whole process of making it or whatever I want to do. But that negative, scary shit, nah, I'm not on it. It's just not thinking in general.
You gotta like yourself at the end of the day. And I don't know how many
Ain't
people
nobody else gonna like us.
at the end of the day, you gotta like you. And I think that like and you can't make anybody else like you. Like you have to like you. Whether or not somebody else likes you, agrees with you, understands you, that is like way beyond your control. And I think that's where we mess up as people sometimes. It's like we worry about the stuff that's beyond our control versus the stuff that we actually can control. My life, for instance, is just like something that I find myself telling myself now is crazy versus 2 years ago. Every day I can be like, I don't want to be in nobody else's shoes but my own. I love my life. I don't have to be nothing special. I love my life the way it is. Just period. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no obstacles that ain't made for me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Everything is going according to plan for my life. You know what I'm saying? I can look at somebody else living their best life and be happy. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a
Exactly.
miserable person, you cannot do that shit. When you don't
Cause
love
you
yourself,
always looking for something that you ain't got that they got. Like, man, it ain't about that.
no. You gotta be good with you.
You ever seen a nigga that with all the money want to take some dude that ain't got the money? Yeah, and it's like you already got all of that. And you mean to tell me you so fucked up about one little bit thing that somebody else got that you ain't got? You need that too. Like I don't know what voice you need to fill, my boy, but people be having like too much to be thankful for and want to greed is just like I need that too.
Cause when you that great, you don't realize that what's for you is for you. And you
And it's
can't
going
get
out of
what's for
time.
you.
Man, everything I ever forced Marissa was bullshit. I ain't got it. I don't have it. It's not here. That's God way of telling me you big dummy.
Wasn't
What
for
I got for you gonna last. But you kept giving you it was hard, it was bullshit, and you don't have it no more. You don't even care to have it no more either, do you? Dummy. Like me and God got a Fred Sanford and Lamont relationship. I'm telling you. You big dumb. I know, man. Leave me the hell alone. Everything I ever tried to force. It is not here.
because it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. And life becomes so much more peaceful when we realize that we got to stop forcing things that are beyond their control. If that
Man,
person don't want you, leave that person alone. If that job ain't for you, leave that job alone. Go find one that's for you. You know what I'm saying? We spend so much time worried about what could have been or what should be that we
man.
can't even appreciate what is. And how do you expect to get more if you can't even appreciate what is?
The
Yeah.
now is the only thing that matter anyways. What like even back then, as far as you can remember, it was still a now moment. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
only thing really exists is right now. So you gotta create your right now the best you like. I'm not it'd be too much going. It's like a circus out here.
Bruh, I was praying today and I thought something and it was just like the journey, right? Where they tell you you gotta fall in love with the journey. And you know, how many people would say, if I could get to my end goal, I would just go to my end goal. I would skip every obstacle, everything like that, and I would just go straight to the end goal. So like, you know what I'm saying? If I want to go straight to 1 million followers, I can't handle that right now. I'm not equipped for that right now. And when I say not equipped, I'm not equipped in on all the levels. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I would never get there. but the journey is what equips you for where it is that you're trying to go. And we always try to take shortcuts because it's easy, but the journey itself is what prepares you, and it's so much along the way. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I was proud of myself for not crying about my car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just take the little things in stride, bro, because it's just like, yo, I'm growing though. I might not be where I want to be, but I'm a better person than I was. I don't do stuff the same way I used to do it. I don't think the same way I used to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hang around the same types of people. I'm not self-destructive like I used to be. I see my flaws. I take accountability and I fix things. So, like, what more could you want? When you know you're moving in the right direction, what more could you realistically want?
Right, because you're gonna get exactly what you can handle. If you align the right way, it could give you more, you could get fucked up, but I don't think there's nobody's story in their right ass. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of stuff be going on you see, but that could be for you to watch out and what you could get to. People don't even take into consideration what the fuck be going on out here. Along the way, if I would have got $1 million last year, I still was so slow in technology. Somebody probably would have stole it out my motherfucking account. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit that be going on. When you got the bag, you got the golden ticket. With no conditioning, like you were saying, you it's gone. Like you fucked over. Somebody done got up on you. You don't know nothing. Like nah, along the way is where you learn every you need to learn. So now you ready, like, yeah, fuck all of that. I'm not playing those games, this and the other, bing bang pow. Like, cause I even thought I was a little bit witty. I had people teaching me psychology. I used to look at it and laugh because I would know what's going on in a weird, like, what's that show, Punk, Ashton Kutcher type of way.
Yeah,
That's how I kinda I'm like, yeah, I know what the fuck this is. Even if it some of the shit probably was real and I probably ain't taking no heed to it, but still in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know what the hell going on here. But I'm thinking like, because I never would have knew that if I would have got out here without knowing that. So it's just like, ah, this dope. You know what I'm saying? Because now
right,
you learn this shit along the way. So you could just take the information and use that and tell the next person. And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you out here moving a little different. Certain shit you ain't know that's really fucking useful that you needed that journey for. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
like you, journey is what matter.
It is. It is. It's so important and it's so key. And just learning how to be good with it and to accept it and know that you exactly where you need to be. Because you might not be equipped for tomorrow, but today equips you for tomorrow, and yesterday equips you for today. Like,
We well look, me and you on the same path, so it's like we understand it like in totality of what each other be saying. We like, yeah, yeah, exactly right there.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I enjoy coming on your show talking to you. It's like, man, we always it's like back and forth. If we was a rap group, we'll be out here
yeah. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Like,
bouncing off each other. Like, I know
yeah.
what this motherfucker out here going through, so I totally get it.
Yeah. And what's so funny about it, I like that you said it that way because, like, when we met, like, this was not like we were not the people that we were today at all.
I was a big playful motherfucker, boy. I didn't think, man, off in the ego, just wanted to put on some clean clothes and man, it's terrible.
And it's so crazy. And it's just like sometimes I wonder, and like I be feeling bad sometimes because it's just like, bro, like, I don't know how else to say it, but it's just like, bro, like y'all know, like I'm like a nigga at heart, like I'm ratchet at heart, like you know what I'm saying? It's just like I know what
Exactly.
I sound like today, but I also ain't forget who I was.
Right.
And it took me being that person then to understand where it is now. And then I look at people who I had to like leave behind or who that are in the same place, and it's just like, man, like I wish I knew how to get y'all to see it.
Right, right. That's a task, but that ain't your task though. Like
Yeah,
that right there. Cause I knew what it took me to get here. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's some personal shit. So
And can't nobody make
I
it.
kn yeah, I know that's just out the question. Like, man, I can't make the next because it was some personal shit. Like,
Yeah,
I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can do this because I gotta do this. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I gotta change this and other. So I know was just telling the next people if you were mentally. it's gonna take you to want to change it. Like I
Yeah.
know I ain't even where I'm supposed to be because, like I say, I'm a slow learner on some shit, but I've got my intentions is, you know what I'm saying, getting there. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I need is the mindset to fucking thrive my way there. But I know if somebody else ain't like that, I'm not. I ain't dealing with it. I can throw it out there, and that's probably it. But other than that,
It's such a personal journey. And you know what I'm saying? I always experience one or two things. Like when I come across those types of people, they either think that you bullshitting or like some that's good for you and your little weird ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
or it's people that want you to do the work for them. And it's just like, I can't help either one of y'all. All I
because
can
it's a personal shit. I don't and like, bro, hold on. I can't get through this motherfucker and tell you what like you I can support you, right? That's it. I don't know what the fuck I boy. Cause even with me, it was confusing with me, and I'm me, motherfucker. So I know I can't do nothing with you.
I'm still stumbling through this shit like a toddler, bro, trying to run. Like
Man.
I like I might trip. Like I might trip in a second. I have to laugh it off in a minute.
And
Like,
look, what's fucked up? I'm just like you right now, like a toddler. I don't know what the fuck going on. But then when I talked to one of my childhood friends, it fucked me up. He said, "Well, you sound like a fucking rocket scientist or some shit right now." I was like, I do. I completely don't even know half of the shit of the field that I'm in. And just by talking to you like that, you think, God damn, like I'm still like, hey, is this the door now? Like I'm still in the dark about a lot of shit. So
yeah,
I can't be helping nobody because it's hard to every time like I was in a room full of people that's just highly fucking educated. I'm talking about on a high level. These motherfuckers educated, the whole educated alphabet. When I came in that motherfucker, I felt like, I ain't saying a motherfucking thing. Like, I don't even know if the small words supposed to be coming out my mouth that way. Like, I'm listening to them talk. I'm like, they articulate. Nah, I'm cool. I don't want to say nothing. How you doing? I'm just nodding, cool. Like, you
yeah,
not finna get no stupid out, like, cause it's crazy, cause a motherfucker that think like, yeah, man, you went like, nah, this it ain't what it's cracked up to be, especially when you trying to run a business, network, and it's just like, even with doing little things like that, that's when you find out I'm I ain't the brightest, but I'm just refusing to be what I was, you know what I'm saying? But god damn, y'all know all of this? I'd be like, I ain't watching TV no more. I done lost all my sense. Why, like watching TV has took all my attention. Cause when I get around these people, like, when did y'all have all the time in the day to know this shit? Like,
yeah,
yeah, while you was busy getting programmed, we was getting the business, baby. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I know where I'm at with it.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And what's so dope is actually as uncomfortable as those moments are, I like them. Like I have a real, I don't know if it's a sick, twisted mentality, but I like that shit. Like I like it when I feel like, oh, y'all know more than me. Oh, y'all on a different level than me. I'm down here with it because now I'm finna learn.
That's my thing. Open minded. When you open minded, you know you can learn. Cause my whole thing is, nigga, y'all really made from the same particles as I am, so I can do this. But let me and when I start and then I start seeing like, oh, I made this shit harder than what I thought it was.
Yeah,
Crazy. Like, had some from a black person, put it in the book, because that's where I found most of the shit that I ain't know it. I'm like,
yeah.
that's a true statement, huh?
Even with these lifestyles. Even with these lifestyles where you do things and it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, where it sounds so corny, where you'll see it be like, man, these people going for a walk in the middle of the afternoon. It's hot outside. Be like, actually, ain't nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? It's all these things where it's just like, why would somebody do that? It's a reason. It's a
Yeah.
reason why they doing
And when
it.
your ass sitting up in the hospital with motherfucking sickness is because you think everything corny. You too cool for every fucking thing.
Yeah,
I'm finna go ground my feet, hug my tree, do all my little weird shit and be like, cool, imbalanced. My motherfucking energy gonna be on 1,000. Wow, I don't know what to tell you, but
everybody around me just as weird as me at this point. You know what I'm saying? If I'm weird, then we weird gang. And you know
you
what I'm
know,
saying? I don't have no problem with this either. Because another thing that I noticed too is just like when my life changed, because like I said, when I was trying to lead the way and do everything on my own and control things and be in stuff that wasn't for me, friendships wasn't for me, relationships that wasn't for me, jobs that wasn't for me, like
Right.
all that shit got destroyed. And then I looked up to that and I was just like, oh, God is in everything now. And it's like this.
It make you know that it was a book specially made for Marissa, and you seeing what couldn't get to you. It's like all the shit built to break you got broken off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you start seeing how protected you really are. Like, this shit different. Cause
yeah,
anything that was sent here to fuck me over didn't really, it's doing some other shit that can't even get to me no more. Like, and that ain't even the power of some shit that you did. That's the universal some you start seeing like, hold the fuck up. Like, and I wanted this in my life at one point. It's like,
mm-mm,
so yeah, anything you probably been through, you see now it was for your best good. And it's just like,
yeah.
what kind of book am I living in? Like,
Yeah, but it's the one that was made for me because everything made me, you know what I'm saying? Everything made me better. Even the stuff that I thought I wanted and I got. And then I realized, like, okay, never mind. It's not for me. It's not for me. You can have it back because I don't want it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's how it was, man. That's how it was when the universe trying to tell you. Get louder and louder every time you do it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, fuck, I got it. I don't want it because you know what come with that, and it ain't no way to get out of that.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, I don't mind being weird. I don't mind being me. I don't mind being different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind because I'm having fun here. I enjoy it here. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with myself here.
hell
Because when I
yeah,
was trying to be cool and when I was trying to be fit in and I was trying to live somebody else's life, I was not happy. Just period.
and you find something that piss you off every 2 minutes, and it's just like, man, look, yeah, because that ain't who the fuck you is for real. So you know,
No.
shit happens.
Because you're trying to live a different life because you won't take that extra time to find what it is that makes you you and what's gonna make you feel comfortable being you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You gotta live this shit. You gotta
Right,
wake up and want to be a part of this shit every day. And it's
right.
people that real life wake up and they are not happy with this shit. And they feel
Mhm.
stuck and they feel trapped and they feel lost, but they still tripping off shit being corny. It's not corny. Like,
Mhm.
it's some validity to that shit. Now, everything might not be for you. Everybody might not want a therapist. Everybody might not want a journal. Everything ain't for everybody.
Right. Everybody got their own little niche, and it's gonna get them to what they need. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I don't even get off on the judging people about shit. It's like I don't know what the fuck this man or woman been through and why they need that to get them there, and that actually works for their process. And like, because you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people look frown upon weed, so now they look at me just man, that nigga just want to get high. Like it has nothing to do with that, but okay, totally fine. Like I didn't even like, and then you got people on the other side. Man, he didn't even smoke when we was kids. I know we weren't supposed to. I don't know, like I wasn't, so I can't lie and say, yeah, I'm from. I was out here like, nah, that's totally not why I do it. But if you calm down before you judge me and listen to the story and what's really going on, now you can understand the concept behind my whole fucking existence with the cannabis shit. So before you judge a book by what you think it look like. I got dreads on black tattoo. He smoked weed. We know what it is. I have no criminal record at all, and I will not have one. So I don't know what to tell certain people, but carry on.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, societally, shit, I mean, that's how we condition to judge everybody based on whatever things. Like, who knows what really that we even judging people on? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the only people that's actually judging are the people that's unhappy.
Correct. Misery loves company, as they say. They always trying to find some chasing perfection and the imperfect. Like the world is imperfect. Like you're not in no perfect world. You chasing perfection. You finna have one hell of a ride. Like
Yeah.
a hell of a ride. Like, man, fuck nah. You saw what happened. Michael Jackson. I love Mike. Hey, Mike. But you see, Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson and had a problem with shit like a big bell pepper. No, like That completely don't give a fuck about that Mike. You Mike, and you been Mike. You ain't got to chase some shit that ain't you, and then you doing all of this shit, and you like this ain't what I was looking for. Like I know, and you went and got all of this shit done, and still ain't the whole world imperfect. Now you got people judging you for that. Like, nah, it's calm down, be you, and do what the fuck you want to do loudly, proudly. Like,
For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be good with who you are, because somebody got to be good with it at the end of the day. And what's so crazy about it is if you learn how to be good with who you are, then you find people that actually like you for you.
all that matter, man. That's all that matter.
It starts with you. That work starts with you. Finding yourself starts with you. Getting that life you want, it all starts with you. And when people say it's work, yeah, it's work, but it ain't that hard because it's made for you. Like,
Shit, you gonna have to do some type of work. Shit, getting up and doing what you absolutely hate doing every day.
that's work.
That's work. That's double work because you don't like doing it too. You got to be there and you hate it. Like,
Seriously, like I
pick
remember,
your heart.
look, because at my job, right? I remember when I started the podcast, I was just like, God, get me out this job, bro. Get me out this job, like, because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, God. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And this was 2 years ago. And like I said, I just said it earlier in the episode, I ain't ready for what it is that I'm asking for. I'm equipped for where I am today. And like at one point in time, it just clicked where it's just like, look, you just gonna have to do both for a while. That's your story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got a good job. I actually like my job. I just didn't like my job because I wanted to be doing something else. It seemed
Right.
easier to do this full time. But it's not. It's gonna be a whole lot of work. And that's the part that I wasn't connecting at the time. But my job is actually cool. It's fun. I got good bosses and all that kind of stuff. Like I like it. I like it. But see, the thing about it is, like, I started doing good just out of nowhere at my job. And it was like, why, how? What happened? Because I've been there for 5 years. I've been there for 5 years, and in the third year, it's just like I took off. Like I took off. It was like, what happened? And I was just like, my perspective changed because I actually realized that I do something that I like. I just had to find different ways to like it and different ways to enjoy it. Because when I kept coming to work, like, man, why am I doing this shit? I don't like this shit. Whatever. I was not doing good because I didn't want to find a way to be good at it.
Right. I mean, I can't fight you there. I done had 2,000 jobs in St. Louis, and I absolutely don't like none of them.
I draw though, you know what I'm saying? Like out of all the things that you can do, like I draw. Like, like
That's good. That's art. That's part of life. All this
exactly.
shit came from some type of a shape. Hey, you in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a good job. And I'm sitting here complaining. And it's just like, bro, you need to shut up because you used to fold clothes and work on holidays. So
That's why I said I need to go in somewhere and use my mouthpiece for something. Because the only thing I ever liked at Old Navy was when they put me in the fitting room with Miss Brenda and we back there talking, shit, laughing. I had her on the floor like that was cool. Because we out the way, then she had the fitting room on lock. She had to fold them her way, so they kept me out the way. All I had to do was keep counting, have her laugh and entertain. I'm like, y'all can do this type shit.
that's the only
But
place we have to find you for real.
they said, don't put him on no cash register. He gonna be up there playing. He don't want to do this shit. I absolutely don't because I came in the morning for what was it, freight, like, and y'all just gonna put me in the store. Like I didn't ask for these hours.
Yo, that's
And
true.
back there with Matt. You remember Matt? What was his name? Matt.
I don't remember, bro.
And the white dude. He man, taste my wife's cooking. Boy, I'm not eating out of that bowl, but you you
Okay.
put it in some styrofoam. I don't know even then, but yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember a lot of these things. I was telling somebody that the other day, and it's so funny because I worked there for so long at both stores where I was at. People will see me and they be like, "Did you work at Old Navy?" And I just be like, "Bruh, I mentally blocked these times in my life out."
That's crazy. You was
Like,
like the head honcho in charge. They love some fucking you. I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing half the shit you do, Marissa, but I'm be more so with your brother. We used to fuck off looking at the t-shirts like, yeah, hey bro, this one, hey, that motherfucker tight. He be like, look at Marissa, her ass coming down here talking fold them. I ain't fold this shit. Easy. You
Hey,
was the slackers. Gave you everything. You had walkie talkies. They gave you a flashlight. They gave you like the fuck. She lost prevention too. Cool.
I was not lost for mention. If I was on duty and you took some shit, you just took some shit, okay? Like that ain't got nothing to do with me. You think I'm finna put my life on the line for these $3? No.
Hell no, I'm damn near in the fitting room putting me outfit on under what I got on to get the fuck up out of here. Do your thing, sir. At
Oh,
that time, you get one in the 3X too. Like, nah.
bro, I was not finna do all that. But the only reason why I did it like that was because I ain't like nobody telling me what to do. I'd rather be the one telling people what to do than have somebody tell me what to do. And that's why that went the way it went.
And I don't like authority anyway.
That's why it went how it went. Real talk, real talk. But like I said, I ain't gonna keep you all day. Like I really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, it's always a good time when you come on. I appreciate you showing your face with me. Like I said, you know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Not for real, anytime, bro. I'm gonna stay tapped in with you. Like I said, I might always just bother you every couple months. Like, hey, come on, come on with
And
it.
you know I'm finna start flooding your links with the YouTube and like yeah, that like I said, just to subscribe is Dre Dupree 1714 on YouTube. I'm finna take that and just take it somewhere else.
Do it for sure. Like I said,
And
send it
do
my way. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna share it anytime I see it, anything like that. I got you. I
all
got you.
right,
Wish you the
right
best of
on,
luck,
then,
for real.
Marissa. Nice talking to you again, though.
No, for real. I appreciate you coming through. Like I said, anytime, and it's always a good time talking to you. Like I said, on the show, I like talking to you. You know.
Both says. Right on, G.
Yeah. But with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all like this episode, make sure you give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think about it. If you're looking for me, you can find me at thinkerversusspeaker.com. All my social medias there. You can watch episodes there. You can tap in there. If you're interested in coming on the show, you can schedule a time there and everything. Literally. Thinkerversusspeaker.com. You got that you need. Like I said, if you're looking for Dre, tell them where to find you one more time.
Again, on the new YouTube is Dre Dupree 1714. IG is Dre Dupree underscore and MeyeGurl. And also, can I talk to you? That's how we gonna run the YouTubes.
I bet. And on that note, we're gonna go ahead and hop up out of here. Thanks again, Dre. I appreciate you. And like I said, Happy New Year, y'all. Later.